Hey everybody, Phil Strizillo from Select Software. Today we're talking about applicant tracking system ROI. There's lots of different ways to calculate the return on investment from getting a new applicant tracking system. And today we're talking about one that relates directly to the candidate experience and more applications. Okay, so let's take a look at your kind of traditional hiring funnel here. From a candidate's perspective, they find out about your company, they apply for a job, they interview, they get hired, they become the super happy employee, right? If you're like most companies, for every 100 applications you get, you're probably going to interview about 10% of those. So you get 10 interviews and maybe you hire 10% of those 10 interviews and therefore you get one hire. So this is kind of your traditional hiring funnel. Let's look at it a little bit differently after we implement a new applicant tracking system that specifically makes it easier for candidates to apply. Maybe it's more mobile friendly. Maybe instead of jumping through 10 different forms, it can parse a resume. Whatever the case may be, this ATS and how we're defining the ROI is going to make it easier for people to apply. And in this case, we're assuming that before we're getting 100 applicants, and now we're getting 150. So this is obviously a pretty big jump in terms of the application rate, but this is very illustrative in terms of how an ATS can actually impact your hiring funnel. So 150, we're still getting a 10% conversion rate into interviews, so we're same quality of applicant, and 10% of those people are getting hired. So for the same amount of effort previously to get 100 applicants, we're getting 150 and ends up in 1.5 hires instead of one hire. And so how does that translate into dollars and cents? Of course, it's hard to have a half a person, but when we look at this over larger numbers, we can start to see that this translates into actual money at the end of the day. So this essentially means our cost per hire is going down by 50%. And let's say in this hypothetical company, our cost per hire is $5,000. We make 20 hires a year, and therefore our total kind of cost here is $100,000. So if we decrease our $100,000 spend by 50%, we get $50,000 in savings. So again, this better apply allows for more applications, decreases the cost per hire, and allows us to save money at the end of the day. And that's one of the many ways of thinking about return on investment for a new applicant tracking system.